Good morning and welcome to Friday Focus. Hi everybody. So we've got a bit of time to wait till, oh no, it's already clicked in. Don't worry about that. That's fine. So Friday again. My God, it's the end of November. How can it possibly be? And it's Black Friday. Is anybody doing anything with Black Friday, or are they just ignoring it, or what's going on? So, hope your week's been going well. Mine's been going great. I'm going to show you why. I received this week. Isn't that cool? Just makes it all feel a little bit more worthwhile when you get something like that. Anyhow, so what are we going to talk about today? I had a massive breakthrough this week. I was doing a session with someone called Alex Patchett-Joyce, who is a, I can't remember the course, Psychology of Vision coach. Not sure quite what you'd call her. But she is absolutely unbelievable. And I had a session with another 4 people. And it was a huge breakthrough because I have a bit of a block as far as money is concerned, believe it or not, being an accountant. I have a bit of a block being with money as far as my glass ceiling. My glass ceiling was quite low, and I wanted to work out why it was so low, why I felt it was so necessary to have a glass ceiling at all. And she helped me work through it, and the difference it's made in me, and the difference it's made in the way that I am now setting my intentions for 2021 is just unbelievable. It's like I've got a rocket up my arse. It's fantastic. I am working through all of my Profit First certification quite quickly, which is great, and loving it, learning an awful lot about it. And there's a huge amount of information that's going to be coming your way if you're going to be doing the Profit First course with me, which would be amazing. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about what an entrepreneur is, actually. What does it actually mean to be an entrepreneur? And are you an entrepreneur? Are you a small business owner? Is there a difference? What do you think is the difference? So any comments as we go, please do pop them in the comment box. And don't forget, as you're on StreamYard, you need to click the box to say that you agree to the comments being shown. Otherwise, it'll just say Facebook user, which is hopeless. So it's tough, isn't it, being an entrepreneur? In fact, until I read this description, I wasn't even really sure that I would call myself an entrepreneur more than just a small business owner. I didn't really understand what the difference was. But actually, small business owner doesn't just quite cut it for me. So now I do call myself an entrepreneur, and it makes me feel better anyhow. I don't really know, still don't know really what the difference is, but to me, it's somebody who doesn't just run one business, has run quite a few businesses, has an entrepreneurial mind. But if you look at the actual definition of it, it's an entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business bearing most, if not all, of the risk and enjoying most of the rewards. They're commonly seen as the innovator, a source of new ideas, goods, services, and procedures. So is that not the same as a small business owner? I don't know. Anyhow, so what are the 7 characteristics of a successful entrepreneur? Do you know? Have you got the following of these characteristics? So 1 is self-motivation. And I think this is one of the most important things if you're running a business, whether you're calling yourself an entrepreneur or a small business owner. I do think it's one of the most important things. Good morning, Denise. So are you an entrepreneur or a small business owner? Self-motivation. I think if you're going to run a business, you've got to have that motivation, that self-discipline to be able to really put yourself out there, to know that you are going to be working God knows how many hours, and you're going to be probably, certainly at the start, you're going to be doing an awful lot of things yourself. So I think, when you're running your own business, you've got to have that self-motivation because and the self-discipline, because only people that you are answerable to, i.e. your staff or your team, your clients and your customers. Other than that, there's only yourself that you're answerable to. So if you don't have that motivation, you're not going to do it. Oh no, Denise, why have you run out of motivation today? You were on the call with Alex as well on, I didn't even know what day it was. Was it Wednesday? Unbelievable. Rocket out your ass. What a blooming heck. How is your calendar looking after last Wednesday? But also, to be self-motivated, you also need to be so damn dedicated to your business. Otherwise, you're not going to move forward. Number 2 is understanding what you offer. Being really, really clear on what you're offering. It's taken me a good few years to work out exactly what I'm offering, because as far as I was concerned, I'm an accountant. That's what I'm offering. I'm doing your accounts and your tax returns. No, I'm not just doing your tax returns and your accounts. That's not what I do. I actually offer a helping hand. I help people work through the intricacies of running a business, of setting up their systems to make sure that they are absolutely foolproof, to make sure that their foundations are so solid. So I don't just do accounts, which is what I've always thought I was. And I've always called myself, I'm just an accountant, but I'm not. Actually, I'm a business advisor as well. So understanding what you offer is absolutely crucial, I believe. Taking risks. It's a bit scary, this bit. But as an entrepreneur, we really have to do this on a daily basis. Hopefully we've got somebody to bounce ideas off, especially if we are slightly impulsive. Me? Ooh, I don't think so. I don't know where that came from. Where is that bright, shiny object? No, anyhow. But seriously, if you have calculated the risks involved in a new venture that you're trying to sort out, trying to get up and running, and you're happy with those risks, and they're not going to adversely affect either your business or anyone else, then why not go for it? Why not take that risk? My advice always is make sure that you've still got a chunk of money put aside in case your venture just doesn't work. So if you've already got another venture, another business, that's working quite well, try and keep it a bit separate to start off with, if you possibly can. Number 4, is know how to take risks. No, it's not. We've had that. Know how to network. My brain isn't working very well today. I'm sorry. Know how to network. I hate networking. I really, really hate it. It makes me feel like I'm back at school and not being picked for that team. And actually, it's so important to be able to network. And actually, during COVID, we can only network on Zoom or Microsoft Teams, which, as far as I'm concerned, is a complete and utter godsend, because I don't have to go out. I don't have to talk face to face and make small talk with these people who I don't really want to talk to about anything like that. I like doing it on Zoom. I like coming across to people, hopefully in a personable way and a friendly way. But the effort of having to go out to networking and eat those huge breakfasts. I don't want to eat those huge breakfasts anymore. I don't like doing that. But anyhow, being able to connect with others and recognize the potential collaboration. And I think collaboration is huge when you're an entrepreneur, Don't say that too quickly this morning. Collaboration is huge. Not competition, but collaboration. And I think working together, helping each other, whether it's finding clients for each other, working with each other, whatever it happens to be, but collaboration, I think, is absolutely key. Number 5 is basic money management skills. These, well, I would say this wouldn't like being an accountant, but business advisor and accountant. But I have a lot of clients who come to me with absolutely no money skills whatsoever. So I have to teach them from scratch. I actually quite enjoy it, but it makes life a lot easier if they do have some sort of basic skills. You may have an accountant who looks after everything, but how will you know if they've done something right or if they've missed something out if you don't have those basic money skills? Personally, I think it's like anything else, whether you're learning something new technologically or anything like that. If you learn it first, you learn the ins and outs of it, and then you pass it on to somebody else, then you're going to know what they're doing. You're going to understand where things might have gone wrong. Everybody is human. We're all going to make mistakes. This is what happens in this life. This is how we learn about, especially running a business, actually. But personally, I think that if you have those basic skills, whether they're money management skills or other skills, if you have those basic skills, then you can sort of keep an eye on what other people are doing. So if you've got a VA doing work for you or anything like that, you sort of got to have some sort of idea. I'm useless techie wise, absolutely useless. But I've taught myself, and I am still teaching myself, and it's a hard lesson, but you got to do it. So yeah, basic money skills, and yeah, as I say, being an accountant, I'm bound to say that. But if you don't understand how money works in a business, then how are you ever going to understand what your numbers mean? So you look at your accounts and you see this number that says turnover, gross profit, net profit. That's probably all you're going to look at. If you work with me, that's not all you're going to look at. I can promise you we're going to look at a lot of other things as well. Numbers that, all of those numbers obviously, but a lot of other ones as well, to just find out exactly how your business works. And I think it's key. I think it's absolutely key that people need to learn this. You can't just pass everything over to an accountant and say, off you go, you do it, you do the accounts and tax return, and thank you very much, I'll see you next year. It doesn't work like that anymore. Accountants aren't like that. Well, I personally don't think accountants should be like that. So understanding your numbers is absolutely key. Apart from anything else, you then know what questions to ask your accountant. And a lot of clients come to me saying, I don't know what to ask you because I don't know what I don't know. And that is so true. If you don't know what questions to ask, you're not going to ask. So, oh, Jess, I'm looking forward to working with you too. It's going to be an absolute blast. It really is. It's going to be fabulous. So yeah, understanding your numbers, but having some sort of basic money skills, money management skills, I think is really key as well. So number 6 is flexibility. And I think this was probably one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn when I was starting out 20-something years ago, but we don't mention that one. And I've definitely found out during COVID that my flexibility has been put to the test more than once. Things have changed so quickly with all of the new announcements from HMRC and the government, and initially on a daily basis, and thank God they're a little bit more spread out now, but they're still just as difficult to keep up with. And there's so little clarity that it's quite difficult to do that. But it's one of the things that I'm now having to do is at a drop of a hat, I'm having to be very, very flexible. So if I've got my day planned out and sorted, and I've got it all worked out exactly what I'm going to be doing, and I'm working through it quite happily, and then suddenly Mr. Rishi Sunak decides to announce something new, or the local council announce something new, or whatever, then the first thing that I have to do, how I feel I have to do, is I have to get out there and I have to show my clients and anybody who's on my email list exactly what that means for them, with whatever information I've got. Because to me, it's imperative to get out there to show them what's happening. So being flexible is absolutely key. Don't be too rigid in what you're planning and what you're doing. And number 7, and I think this is probably one of the most important things, is passion. You've got to have a passion for your business. And I lost my passion for a while. I mean, doing accounts, you're going to lose it, aren't you? Until I found the business advisory side of things and the profit first things, was my passion was, I've just got to do this to earn the money, and that was it. Since finding those things, I am now so passionate about my business and so passionate about being an entrepreneur and getting out there and showing people how to make the most of their profit, how to make the most of the money that they've got in their business, and how to make more money in their business. I think it was Steve Jobs who said the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And I think it is just so important. It's what gives us the motivation when we're feeling a little bit despondent. So Denise, you've run out of motivation today. Where can you ignite your passion? Where can you find that passion again? Or do you need to actually be just a bit gentle on yourself today? You've had a really hard last few days doing 2 days courses, a 2-day course, and doing Alex's thing on Wednesday. Maybe you need to just give yourself a bit of a break today, and say, do you know what? It's okay. It's all right. But losing your passion for your business may be a clue that you're ready to move on to the next thing. Many serial entrepreneurs have created very successful businesses, sold them, moved on to the next thing, and that has ignited their passion. And I think that's where I am now. My passion is not in doing compliance work and tax returns. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it and outsourcing it as much as I can. But the business advisory and the focus and the profit side of things, that's where my passion is. So can you find, I know you've got lots of passion, my love. I know you have, but you just haven't got the motivation today, Denise. But give yourself a break. We've all got to give ourselves a break. It's been a blooming tough time, and you've been working so hard over the last few months. So hard. I know you have. So, guys, that is all I have to say about entrepreneurs. I hope you're all doing really well. Have a fabulous weekend. And if you've got any comments, don't forget to do a hashtag replay if you're watching it on the replay. Any comments? I'd love to hear from you. Any comments would be really lovely to hear. Denise, I hope you get your motivation back and have a fabulous weekend. Thank you all so much. Bye.